Okay, for this video, I think we'll do something fun. We're going to make a dual layer cake mix. One layer is going to be yellow, and the second layer is going to be chocolate. But we're going to do all of this only using one classic yellow cake mix. This is Annie's. It's organic. And mind you, this is larger than a typical Duncan Hines and Pillsbury. This is actually 21 ounces. So keep that in mind because we'll be doing something a little bit different later on in the presentation. We're going to just follow the manufacturer's direction and make a yellow cake mix. So if you're using Duncan Hines or Pillsbury, that's fine. Just use a yellow cake mix and make it according to manufacturer's direction. Okay, once the batter is complete, what you're going to do is that you're going to pour one half of the batter, or approximately one half of the batter, into your cake pans. We're using two 9-inch cake pans here, and I line it with parchment paper. If you're using a smaller cake mix, you probably want to use 8-inch cake pans, but Annie's is large enough, so we're going to use the 9-inch cake pans. And we got the oven being preheated at 325, and we're going to be baking these things for about 27 minutes. Follow your manufacturer's direction on whatever cake mix you're using. Okay, so we got one half the cake batter into the pan. I'll stick this in the oven and we'll get this thing started to bake. Now while that's baking, we're going to do the second part. We're going to convert this yellow cake mix into chocolate cake mix. It's very simple. What I'm going to be using, I'll be using just regular gourmet baking powder or cocoa. And we're using Rondell's, but you can use any brand that you want. And to convert this yellow cake mix into chocolate, we're going to add in 3 tablespoons cocoa mix. Now, if you're using the Pillsbury or Duncan Hines, it's a smaller mix, so you're going to use 2 tablespoons. So we just dump this into the pan here. And all we're going to do is we're going to just mix it for a few seconds. And that's what it's going to look like. It's just basically, we just made the chocolate cake batter. Pretty easy. You can convert any yellow cake mix into chocolate cake mix. And I got a video for that if you want to watch how to do that. But we'll just pour the batter into the pan. We'll get this thing in the oven also, and then we'll show you what it looks like when it comes out of the oven. Okay, both cakes are done. I'm taking it out of the oven right now. And we're going to just set it down and let it cool off for a while. And then once it's cool, then we're going to just slather it down with a bunch of whipped cream. So it'll take about a couple hours for this thing to cool down, and then I got to get the whipped cream. All right, the cake has cooled off. So this is the yellow cake. Put it on top of the plate like this. I made my stabilized whipped cream. So you can take a look at the video if you want to know how to make stabilized whipped cream. We made 2 cups of whipped cream here. Slather on half the whipped cream into this bottom layer. We like it nice and thick for the bottom layer. Stabilized whipped cream is going to give enough structure so that when I put the chocolate cake on top, it's not going to collapse and it's not going to melt anytime in the future. So we got about 3 or 4 days to eat this thing. So we got a nice thick dollop of whipped cream on the bottom section. Then we're going to take the chocolate cake and put it on top. And you can see that didn't crush down, it pretty much stabilized. So this is our chocolate and yellow cake that's made from a yellow cake mix. So now I'll finish putting whipped cream on top and sides of this cake and then put it in the refrigerator, and we'll let it set up for about a couple of hours, and then once that's done we'll cut it open and see what it looks like. Well, here's our fun cake. I just took it out of the refrigerator. I wanted the whipped cream to set up. So we'll slice into the cake and you can see what it looks like. And this is the cake. You see we got the yellow cake, chocolate cake. As you notice, I like a real thick whipped cream in the middle. That gives the cake a nice good flavor. This is what the cake looks like inside. So you can see that we're able to use 1 box of cake mix, yellow, and turn it into half chocolate and half yellow cake mix. Pretty simple, wasn't much to it. We just added some cocoa powder and we're all set to go. As a test, I decided to use a Betty Crocker yellow cake mix and transform this into a double layer yellow chocolate cake. This is what it looks like. I hope you liked the video. Thank you for watching.